I built this booster.
Perfect.
First thing, I built the legs first. After I built the head, and then I connect together. Hello, my name is Matthew, and I am 6 years old. And today I made a horse and a little car and a robot that can hold food and people. And today I even made the robot move.
Okay, now done. The front motor was on the screen. You mean like I had to build from the instructions, but the second motor I made up with my own idea to come with the back. It was kind of hard. Actually, correction, it was really hard. I had to make it, I had to find the right gears to make it spin. But I actually did it. This is how it works.
This game, it's called the web color. So basically you can make these tackles like fly out. Where like you see. My name is Matthew and this is a lift. This is how the lift works. The motor spins the thing here and it spins this gear to spin this gear and move it up. This is a door and a person. This is the long pole that the thing behind here moves on and goes up. And these are the stories of a building. This is how the program works. It spins clockwise for 7 seconds, counterclockwise for 6 seconds, then it stops.
So Eric, can I explain how we make the guy spinning so fast on the left?
So I'll tell you why this is spinning the fastest, because the smaller of the gear, then you makes like smaller rotation, so it makes it fast. The big gears makes it go slower. I designed it, the left one, this one's faster than this one because it has like 2 small gears and this one's big. But this one is fast because it has a small rotation gear beside it. Small rotation gear here, but it's not fast because it has a big gear here. But then if this is going fast, like here, and then you make this faster.
Oh, there we go. Very good.
Hi, my name is Karachi and I'm in level 6. So today I made this rifle, and basically in the rifle the rubber band is the bullet and this red piece is the trigger, and this is how you activate it. And this was probably the hardest piece that I've done so far because it had a lot of different pieces from the instructions, so I had to improvise the pieces which made sense, because the instructions had some pieces that didn't really make sense with what I was building. Some problems I had here were with the gears and making everything fit into one spot, and also with the stability. So I had to change this piece from another piece, which was less stable, but that's what the instructions were saying, but I had to improvise and use this piece instead to make it more stable. I also had another problem here because when I first tried out the bullet, it wasn't really working, because this piece wasn't working because I put it on these 2 pieces. And that would be basically, so I had 3, right? And that's basically just this piece moving and it'll just end up like that. So that's basically what happened. So then I realized I had to put a piece further down and in the middle, so it's like 1. And that's mostly of the problems that I faced, and that's how I fixed it. So it basically works like you would use a rubber band to throw a rubber band, and here is a demonstration. And it worked this time. Anyways, so yeah. And I also noticed if this piece was lower, the rubber band didn't really work, like it wouldn't work, so I had to keep this higher as well. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, so this is supposed to be a scanner. It scans how many black squares are on the sheet of paper. It's supposed to make the paper roll every time this color scanner center scans the entire row. There are a few issues with it, such as this being slightly off, and it also does something like this where if it reaches the very end, it's going to do something that might happen. Or not, but this might end up slanted like this even when it's reached the very end, which prevents it from scanning the very last block. It can also go a bit off sometimes like that. Yeah. I could probably improve on this by making that belt longer so it covers more space. If I did that, that might be able to. That's the program. It basically adds 1 to a variable every time it detects a black block. And yeah.
LEGO League is a fun, exciting, mentor-based experiential STEM program for kids ages 9 to 16. It's an alliance between FIRST, an international organization to inspire young people founded by Dean Kamen, and the LEGO Group. It's one in a progression of 4 FIRST programs designed to foster 21st century life skills and spark kids' interest in science, technology, engineering, and math, so they become innovative problem solvers able to tackle the world's biggest challenges. Each year, FIRST LEGO League teams are presented with a real-world theme, like transportation or waste management. Over a minimum 8-week season, they select and research a problem based on the topic, then devise innovative ways to help solve that problem. Teams also build and program a LEGO Mindstorms robot to solve a series of robot game missions, all while practicing the signature core values, which emphasize good sportsmanship and having fun.
The VEX Robotics Competition World Championship is a collection of the best and brightest robotics students from across the world.
We oversee the VEX IQ Challenge to try to show students that the STEM fields of science, technology, engineering, and math are accessible, they are interesting, they are fascinating, and they're important.
I love the split of VRC and VEX IQ, so it's never too early to start robotics, and the younger kids, they have so much creativity that it's really cool to see the things that they come up with.
The Teamwork Challenge is such a unique portion of what we do with the VEX IQ Challenge. They get the same score. It doesn't matter if one robot's a bit better than the other. And what's really neat is, it's not like one lowers themselves to the other level. They rise up, and everyone's pulling each other up.
And if we are going to make sure that our workforce is ready for Industry 4.0, we have to start working with the students at a really young age. And programs like the VEX IQ Challenge are perfect to fill that gap. And it's fantastic to see that the future of the industry in robotics is in brilliant hands with these students here.
I can tell the kids that are coming out of here are kids that I can hire at Google. They know how to work in a team. They know how to program. They know how to deal with real-world systems. They also know how to deal with failures, more importantly.
It's vital that we plant that seed at children this young so they can see that this kind of learning, this kind of passion will actually translate into something that's a viable career.
We added an IQ program the first year that IQ was official. So they started in our district as 6th grade students, and they are now in high school and they're still involved in the program. We have students that are going into mechanical engineering, software engineering, and they're really looking at those STEM careers beyond high school.
The look on a kid's face when you hand them a joystick that looks like their gaming floor and they're moving something physical in front of them, that is a huge link. And guess what? At that point, STEM's been injected in them.
They can do something creative. They do something hard. They do something with others, for others. And to me, that's what real education is about.
More than 1,000 teams from over 30 nations. I'm Jenny Dell, and welcome to Louisville, Kentucky. This week, the best of the best are here to compete in the biggest and most prestigious robotics competition in the world. This is the 2017 VEX Robotics World Championship. VEX World includes the top 1,400 teams worldwide who have qualified in one of 3 main program divisions. The VEX IQ Challenge, which includes an elementary school and middle school division, the VEX Robotics Competition, including a middle school and high school division, and VEX U for college teams. The more than 15,000 student participants from more than 30 nations all have designed, built, and programmed their own unique robots, and this week have competed in a series of qualifying matches. The top teams, with their alliance partners, advance to their respective division playoffs. The top alliance from each division then move on and do battle for a shot at the title of world champion. One of the biggest thrills this week for the teams is the unveiling of next year's games.
The VexIQ Challenge Ringmaster!
For VexIQ participants in elementary and middle school, they will attempt to topple Ringmaster. The object is to maximize your score with your alliance partner by scoring rings in the floor goal or on posts. And extra points are awarded for stacking rings in a uniform color.
Introducing Vex Robotics Competition in the Zone!
Vex Robotics Competition in the Zone will be played by VRC Middle School, High School, and VexU participants. The object of the game is to obtain a higher score than the opposing alliance by stacking cones on goals, by scoring mobile goals in zones, by having the highest stacks, and by parking robots at the end of the driver-controlled period.